Hi guys. So you can tell I'm already really happy. You got to celebrate the milestones when it comes to this process. Wow. So this is my last IVF egg retrieval. It is my eighth egg retrieval cycle. And I wanted to give you an update from last time because last time we had two fertilized, and then we had two that were GV. So the embryologists at my lab usually give the reports on the day one, and then the next time they give the report is on day 7. So day one, which was on Monday, like I mentioned in my previous video, they half made it. And we were actually, my husband and I decided, because obviously at the time that I'm doing this video, we're in the middle of the pandemic. And it started just kind of loosening up a little bit in terms of people just following protocols and slowly trying to get a measure of their life back. And so we thought that it was time that we could slowly start doing at least outdoor stuff, social distance stuff. So for us, that actually meant going on safari. So we went on a wild animal safari tour. It's about 2 hours away from where we live, and it was just amazing to slowly get back to normal. So we had our masks on. When we went there, we ordered lunch as we waited for our tickets, and then we sat outside to eat. And then what typically happens in that place is that you have like your own tour van that you can take depending on the number of people who are visiting. So my husband and I actually had our own tour car, and then we all just was like driving through the safari and feeding the animals. So that was like a fun event that we did. And in the middle of the safari, obviously the message comes in, and anytime there is a message from my clinic, it actually posts on the on the phone to trigger that there's a message. There was Wi-Fi, so I just was like, you know what? Whatever the case might be, I have already had the most devastating news, which is the previous cycle when all 4 did not work, did not make it to the 5th day, and everything was over. So I was, to be frank, just aware that that could happen again. And then I open up the message, and it has that one of the embryos made it to an early blastocyst, and then it arrested the next day. One of the embryos made it to day 5. It was a grade 4AA, and it was biopsied and sent for genetic testing because, as you guys know, I just learned so much from the TTC community, especially for women my age, TTCing over 40. I've learned so much about miscarriages and DNCs, and just thank you for the TTC community for people sharing their stories. And the one denominator was to really just PGS test to avoid all that. So we are PGS testing, even though it is a 4AA embryo. Visually look good to the embryologist. It's good grade in terms of the infant cells and the placenta cells. It's looking good, but obviously, as you guys know, we have to test it to get the details of it and find out if it has aneuploidy or if it's euploid. So that's where we are. So we had one that was biopsied. Oh, so excited, so hopeful. I hope and I pray, knowing I don't know what the next video is going to be like. So you guys, I don't know what I'm going to say in the next week, but I'm so anxious. But yeah, that's where we are. Next steps is to do an ERA this month of March. So I am preparing for a mock transfer. And since I just finished my egg retrieval about a week ago, and then we are going to transfer in the month of April, first week of May. So that's going to be the transfer of our embryo from last October. So euploid embryo from last October. So yeah, that's where we have it. So what about you guys? Tell me a little bit about where are you in your journey? Do you test or do you not test? And if you are over 40, how many of your eggs make it to day 5, if any? especially if you're struggling with age-related fertility. So love to hear more. But fingers crossed. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye.